We're tackling all your questions about how to date as a single mom with Selling Sunsets, Amanda Smith.
After Tay and I broke up, I was like, I am never dating another actor.
Plus, how did the celebs celebrate Father's Day during lockdown?
It's over the top, Jenner style. I mean, did we expect anything different?
Then we're sharing our favorite mom beauty products. You know, sometimes when you're pregnant, you get some dark spots on your face and, your skin kind of changes color a little bit. Well, this prevents some fading and discoloration. We've got that plus so much more on today's Moms Like Us. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with Stroller in the City's BRIANNE MANZ. How are you?
Good. How are you doing? Hi, everyone.
Good to see you.
You too.
How was your Father's Day?
It was good. We left New York City finally. Yes. I mean, we've left in the past as well, but we had a nice barbecue at my mom's. So it was great. How about yours?
Good. Yeah, we had the family over for a barbecue, a socially distanced barbecue. But it was a lot of fun. We had a good time. It's nice that we're starting to return to a little bit of normalcy.
I agree. It was nice to see everyone and just like be in the backyard. The kids were in the pool. So it was so much fun.
Yes, definitely. And of course, the celebrities celebrated their dads, their husbands, and their partners as well. Of course, they flooded social media with some tributes to their favorite dads in their lives. Let's kick it off with Jessica Biel because she shared a very rare picture of Justin Timberlake with their son Silas. And she wrote, "To the dad who not only protects and provides, but most importantly, plays and puts up with all our shenanigans." I love this because we never, ever see a picture of Silas with Justin and Jessica.
Never. So I love that she did that. And, she paid tribute to Justin. They keep themselves pretty private. And I respect it for sure.
I do too. And I think a lot of people probably noticed that they cut her son's hair. This was like a big to-do, a big debate for a long time that he had this long hair, which looked beautiful. And a lot of people were like, you should cut his hair. Well, it looks like they cut his hair.
And he's so cute. So super cute. We used to see them once in a while in the park near us.
Really?
Yes. And they used to get dropped off. They wouldn't walk there because they live around the corner, and they would get dropped off there in an SUV, and they stay for a little bit. But then it was so sad because it's like the moms and the nannies are like constantly taking a photo of them. And I just felt so bad that like he couldn't, go and play in the swings like a normal little kid, but he is like the cutest little boy. And like, even with Justin was there by himself a couple of times with him, super, super cute. Like they're so cute. Such a cute family.
God, I love that. When you've seen Silas up close and personal, nobody else has.
I have.
It's nice to see that they do normal family things like the rest of us, because they really are just like us.
Exactly. It's so true. And then up next, let's take a look at some friendly exes who wish their estranged husband a happy Father's Day. Kristen Cavallari wished a happy Father's Day to Jay. The couple recently announced their split, which I'm kind of sad about.
I was really surprised about this one. Yeah, they split after 7 years of marriage. They have 3 kids. And this is one that we really didn't see coming.
Definitely not. And she said in her Instagram, "We had a beautiful day together yesterday at my new house, modern family, co-parenting, whatever you want to call it. We are navigating the best we know how. And what I do know is our 3 kids are lucky to have him as their daddy. Hopefully they all 3 get a smidge of that heart of gold." I thought that was so sweet.
Now, a lot of people were like, where is Kristen's post for Jay? Because she didn't post it on Father's Day. She posted it a day later. And of course, he gave her like this big tribute on Mother's Day. But it's nice to see, because we have had reporting that things were getting really contentious, that, there was a lot of anger involved, but it's nice to see that they kind of put their differences aside and we're able to spend Father's Day together as a family too.
Yes. It was so good to see.
Yeah,
it's important, especially for the kids.
Mm-hmm, totally.
Yeah. And then we also saw Hayden Panettiere wish her ex a happy Father's Day. She said, "You're our champ every single day. We love you so much."
Oh, I love this. She just started Instagram. So she's been kind of flooding our Instagram feeds with some really cute pictures and also shouting out her ex a lot, which it seems like, great that they're able to co-parent as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Would you wish an ex a happy day?
I would. I've seen my friends who have exes wish their, ex-husbands a happy Father's Day. And I think it's so nice to do that and to honor them, because they are your children's father, at the end of the day. And I think it's good for the kids to see that as well. Because I have seen the other side of that where they don't get along, and it's hard, and the kids, it's not their fault. So
Yeah.
I think it's really nice to do.
I do too. It's nice that they, like we said, they put their differences aside and, shared some public love, because at one time they really did love each other. So it's nice that they're able to acknowledge that.
Totally.
So while most of us may have found it hard to kind of find gifts during this quarantine, Kylie Jenner really made us all look really bad this Father's Day, which they normally do on every single holiday because they always go above and beyond. So let's take a look at what she got Travis Scott for Father's Day, who is of course Stormi's father. She managed to get a full-on mural that read "Daddy" in blue flowers, homemade heart cookies that seemed to be decorated by Stormi, a foil balloon banner that said "Happy Daddy's Day," and 4 blue photo frames which also appeared to be decorated by Stormi. I mean, come on.
It's like it's over the top Jenner style. I mean, did we expect anything different? I
mean, they really do. They are really huge fans of the floral mural and the balloons. So they must have them on standby, like a balloon machine in their garage that they're just constantly blowing up.
I know. I didn't expect anything less from them, but kudos to them for doing it.
Right. And another couple that seemed to be co-parenting really well together. Of course, they broke up, a few months back, but it seems like, again, put their differences aside and all celebrating together, which is fun.
Good for them.
Good for them. Good for them. A very exciting bachelor baby news. Becca Martinez welcomed her baby boy with boyfriend Grayson Leonard this weekend. So she welcomed her baby in her living room in an inflatable pool, and just one day later went on Instagram Live and showed that she was tandem breastfeeding her kids, of course, her newborn and her 16-month-old daughter. Good for her. I mean, that's amazing.
Kudos to you. I don't know if I would have it in me to do that, but kudos to you.
I know, yeah. She wrote, "In case you were wondering how breastfeeding is going," alongside 3 laughing, crying emojis. I mean, would you be this open, maybe like one day after giving birth?
I don't think so. No, I gotta say, I don't think I have the guts. I mean, I just don't even know how that is even possible. I've never even heard that. I mean, yes, nursing till 6 months, but not at the same time. I didn't even know that was possible. So, I mean, she just opened up a whole new world for me.
She really did. I mean, she's like mom of the year. I mean, she, if you saw those pictures of her giving birth in this inflatable pool, I mean, it was beautiful, but I mean, stressful to do this during lockdown, having a baby in your home, she's one brave mama.
Totally.
Yeah, good for her. Let's move. Okay, so let's kind of switch gears a little bit. We have some really heartbreaking news. This is so sad. James Vanderbeek revealed that his wife, Kimberly, had another miscarriage just 7 months after a previous loss. Now, he shared some photos on Instagram of his wife lying in bed with their daughter, saying, "After suffering a very brutal, very public miscarriage last November, we were overjoyed to learn that we were pregnant. This time we kept the news to ourselves, but last weekend, once again, 17 weeks in, the soul we'd been excited to welcome into the world had lessons for our family that did not include joining us in a living physical body." Now, they went on to say that they had to rush her to the hospital for blood transfusions, and that all he could really do was massage her feet, try to keep her warm. And he said, the one thing that kept running through his mind during all of this is that we've got to take better care of each other. He concluded it with saying, giving a message to all the families that are going through this, saying that you are not alone. Now, they had previously suffered, this would be their 5th miscarriage, which is just, oh my God, so heartbreaking. They also have 5 children. Their ages 9 to 2, but they've been really, really trying to add another member to their family.
It's heartbreaking, and my heart goes out to them, and I give them so much courage for even putting it out there too. And that's late. That's a really late. You're almost halfway through, and I can't even imagine. I feel so terrible for them.
I really do too. I mean, I can't imagine how hard it must be, not only physically going through it at any point, but especially 17 weeks, and then the emotional toll it must take on you, having to go through this 5 times. It's just, oh God, it's devastating.
And then having to tell the kids.
Right. I mean, how do you even have that type of conversation? I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I don't even know. I mean, we lost 2 pets last year, and that was tough in itself. And I can't even imagine a human being and a baby that they're expecting and that they can probably see physically too, which is so sad. So it's so hard. It's so hard. I can't even imagine.
No, and we kind of saw, I mean, they were very public because the last time that they were open about their pregnancy journey was when he was on Dancing with the Stars. So he invited cameras into the doctor's office. You know, basically people were there with him when they found out the news that she had miscarried. So it's just a really, really hard time for their family. And, you know, we wish them nothing but the best as they kind of go forward. And, you know, hopefully they keep trying, and hopefully they get their baby that they wish for. Because,
Yes.
you know, they say, like, you know, it's got nothing to do with her. It's, you know, it's nothing physical. Like, you know, you read about people that have multiple miscarriages, and, you know, they keep on trying, and hopefully it'll stick.
Yeah, we are sending them love and prayers.
Yeah, totally. Lots of love and prayers. Let's move on to Pink, because she is the celebrity that I know I love, and she always keeps it real. Isn't she the best?
She is.
She really is. She like claps back at everybody. She's fantastic. She tells it like it is. And she proved that stars are really just like us when she shared the news that she actually faced like really, really severe anxiety when her 3-year-old son, Jameson, suffered from the coronavirus while she also battled the disease. I can't even imagine, you know, not only like you having it, but then your 3-year-old's having it. That's gotta be
I can't even imagine.
No. So she said during an Instagram live with her friend that she recalled having a panic attack, saying, "I was the one on the phone with you, and I was having one of my first panic attacks. And it was during the time where I was really afraid for Jameson and just exhausted from my adrenaline for 10 weeks of taking my temperature and was wondering if I was going to die." She recalled that their sickness in an op-ed for NBC, saying, "Battling COVID-19 with my 3-year-old son was the most physically and emotionally challenging experience I have ever gone through as a mother. And weeks after receiving our test results, my son was still ill and feverish, and it was a terrifying time not knowing what was going to be coming next." Ugh.
Horrible. I have a really close mom friend who had corona, and her kids did not get it. She quarantined herself, but she said that those 10 days were absolute torture for her. So I can't even imagine having that and then having to take care of your little one like that. I can't even imagine. I mean, she has so much strength in her. And I get it why you had a panic attack, of course.
Right.
So scary.
I mean, have you been like extra heightened during this time? Are you like constantly taking your kids' temperatures, or are you like not letting them go outside as much? Like, how have you kind of been taking your precautions?
Yeah, I mean, we live in a New York City apartment building. I don't take their temperature daily, but I am very well aware of like how they're feeling, like what's going on, how much are they sleeping. You know, I make sure that they wear masks. We take, you know, antibacterial with us everywhere we go. It's just in constant, like every day they shower. They used to be able to skip showers. Nope, you shower every day now. I spray the house down with Lysol if we're all like leaving.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we totally have taken proper precautions, and we do spend a lot of time in the house. I mean, now as things are starting to lighten up, we have been getting outside and the weather's been nicer. I mean, thank God it was so rainy for us.
Yeah,
so it was like 2 months. Because it made it easier just to stay indoors.
Mm-hmm. No, that's so true. I feel like this is going to be like the new norm going forward. Like you have to be extra cautious about like no matter where you go, you have to wear your masks. You have to constantly wipe down everything. You have to like be aware of your surroundings and where you're going and what you're doing. How have your kids been about wearing masks?
They were actually pretty good about it, shockingly. I also made them make their own, which was, we did like a little tie-dye session at home. So it's their mask that they made, so they want to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like that brought a little bit like, okay, great, we'll wear a mask. But I mean, I'm not going to lie, it is so hot out sometimes that they have to like pull it down, and I'm constantly reminding them, you know, pull it back up a little bit. And even like having socially distant play dates, we have to do that. And I'm constantly the mom that's like, separate a little bit more, you know, go a little bit further apart, you know, and you just have to keep reminding them that like, okay, make sure you know, pure all your hands and do this and do that. But yeah, it is the new norm.
It really is. We're going to have to see a lot more of it going forward, I'm sure. It's going to be interesting. All right. Well, let's hear from another mama. Our celeb mom of the week is Amanda Smith from Selling Sunset on Netflix. Let's check in with Amanda. So how's everything going? How has your quarantine been? How have you kept your children busy during lockdown?
Is it still quarantine? I don't even know
I don't even know. I have no idea what day it is anymore.
I lost all track of time, but we did well. You know, at first it was actually kind of nice because we had just finished filming for 7 months, and I was also, you know, working. And so even though I have my kids full time, I was like away from them a lot. So for me, like the first month of quarantine was just really kind of beautiful because I just got to spend so much quality time with them. And because there was no school, it was kind of like we didn't really pay attention to bedtime. So we'd snuggle and watch movies until like midnight, 1 a.m. sometimes. And it was kind of fun. But then after a while, it was like, okay, we're all a little stir crazy. And they miss their friends, you know, play dates and all of that. But we've done every art and craft from Pinterest. My daughter really, she started to love cooking. So she goes on like YouTube and she gets these little recipes and she makes crepes and pancakes and waffles. Like she's a really amazing cook now.
That's great.
She's developed a new skill. And then, I don't know, I basically went cuckoo.
I feel you on that one. Have the kids watched the show at all?
My son's a little bit more into it than my daughter. She's like, she thinks it's like a little bit uncomfortable or whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
He's at that age where anything I do that's cool is embarrassing, you know, like you can't dance and you can't sing and your outfit is bad and like anything. People are like, no, you know, it's cool, like it's really awesome. But my son's a little more into it. He liked to see himself, you know. They were like in a brief little snippet at a married wedding, and so he liked to rewind and see that. But
are we gonna see them on the show a little bit more in season 3?
I actually do, yeah. One scene, I do a scene with them where we just like we're at the park, just having like a day, and so it's kind of cool because people get to see kind of how I am as a mom and how we interact. You know, they hear them talk, and it's a pretty cute moment.
Yeah. I mean, how was it being a single mom during this whole lockdown? It had to be a very stressful experience because you're dealing with homeschooling and, you know, co-parenting and things like that. It's got to be difficult.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't co-parent.
Right.
Only me, so it was difficult. That was the most stressful part, I think, is the homeschooling, like the added pressure of now being responsible for your kids possibly not developing the skills that they need to go on to the next grade level. Like I didn't sign up to be a school teacher. Sure. I'm an artist. I'm a designer. Like I can do arts and crafts all day long. Math is not my forte. I don't care if you're in the 4th grade. It's really hard and I don't understand it. Yeah. So it was like mom guilt on top of like trying to work still remotely, you know, as much as you could. And then cook and clean and keep the kids busy and then be a teacher and be like, it was a lot. So at a point, honestly, I got them both iPads and because we only had one laptop. So for a while it was like we were trying to do their Zoom classes or their classroom from one laptop. And then I'm trying to also check my email and keep on top of my stuff. So finally we got them their own iPads and I was like, it's kind of up to you to like be responsible and log on every day and check your, you know, your assignments and do, you know, what you need to do. And then it was like a week left of school before technical like summer vacation. And I was just like,
I give up. No more. We're done.
Yours are good. I've emailed your teachers. They've assured me that you're going to go on to the next
right.
Well, they're both, thank God, they're both advanced. They're very smart children. So I had that going for me.
Yeah.
And I was, okay, summer recess.
What's your advice for single moms that are trying to kind of do it all? You know, I mean, you have an amazing career. You're a great mom. And, you know, I'm sure at times it's a lot.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot. And, you know, I've only been a single mom for like less than a year before, like their dad was very much involved. And so every week I had one whole week to myself that I could shove in extra work as, you know, as much as I wanted. If I wanted to go on a date or out with a friend or whatever, that's when I would do it. So this has been like a total change, like 11 months ago, I guess. I think that the most important thing and what's really hard for moms, and as you know, I'm sure I see a baby. To just try to, if you can, and it sounds impossible sometimes, but to make sure you take care of yourself too. Like you're always taking care of everybody else. You're always taking care of yourself. You're everybody else, but you have to take time and check in with yourself too, and just make sure that you're mentally okay. Because if mama's not okay, nothing's okay. You know, so I don't know what that means for other people. For me, sometimes it's just maybe going in the bathroom of all places, the only place I can be alone, and just kind of like deep breaths and like say a prayer or meditate or whatever, and just kind of like just keep yourself calm, you know?
Totally.
And
I mean,
coffee and wine.
right, wine helps. Wine definitely helps.
I don't have a mom that doesn't drink wine, seriously.
Are you single now? Are you dating at all?
I mean, yes, I'm single. I mean, I'm not dating. We've been on quarantine.
Right, it's been hard.
And to be honest, it's so funny because the other day when things started to lift, I had like, excuse me, a couple meetings, and I was like, wait, I haven't had a nanny for so long. I literally forgot the nanny's name. I was like in my phone like, wait, what was our nanny's name? Like I couldn't even remember her name. It had been 4 months since I used her. And my kid had to tell me. They're like, her name is Lizzie. I'm like, oh yeah, that's her name. I don't know if I'm single. I don't know how I would go on a date. I bring my kids with me. That's attractive.
I mean, what are some of the challenges that you face dating as a single mom?
Well, as you can see in season 2, I was very vocal about something that I feel very strongly about. When you start to date somebody, there's a time frame in which you probably should hold off on introducing your children to that person. For me personally, because, you know, I've only dated a few people since my ex, but one of them was a pretty lengthy relationship. It was 4.5 years. And even though we were together for 4.5 years, it didn't work out. And when it didn't work out for us, it really messed up the kids, you know, not messed them up, but it hurt then. We were ready to move on and we were over each other, but they weren't ready to move on from, you know, one another. And so that I think is the most challenging thing. Just like, how do you like develop a relationship without introducing your kids? But then at what point do you do that? And it's a sticky situation.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that is, I'm sure, something that a lot of probably single parents deal with is like, when do you introduce them? And I mean, do you have like a timeline in your head, or is it just like when you kind of feel right?
Well, I kind of do. And that's, I mean, I've worked with a lot of different like child therapists to get advice. And I look up a lot of stuff online and try to listen to audiobooks or whatever. But they say like 6 months is a good general time. But then I have friends that are like, no, you shouldn't, for like a year. And then I have other friends that are like, no, you shouldn't until you're walking down the aisle. So I think, you know, to each their own. Not everything works for everybody. And like Heather's situation, she felt it was okay to introduce the kids after a month. And look, now they're still together and they live together and they're this beautiful, happy, amazing couple that I actually, you know, I text with her and I'm wishing her happy Mother's Day. And, you know, we talk about mom stuff and like, so that worked for them, but you know, it's not the same for everybody. I guess you kind of know.
Yeah. I mean, you've had a couple, you know, high profile relationships in the past. Would you do that again? Do you want, I mean, obviously it depends on who you meet, but like, would you want a public relationship again? Are you okay with, you know, kind of airing your relationships on screen?
After I dated or after Tay and I broke up, I was like, I am never dating another actor or athlete, entertainer. Like, I just want a regular dude, like a regular business guy that goes to work with his briefcase and comes home and is like, I just want to date like a regular guy. I don't necessarily like being in the spotlight like that. It was really uncomfortable for me. Like when I dated Tay, I can't stand having unexpected people taking your picture, like when you're not or then you turn on the computer and you see a picture of you like picking a wedgie walking across the street and you're like, I didn't even know anybody was taking a picture that day. So that, no, I would like to keep it, you know, keep something secret.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much to Amanda, and make sure to catch season 3 of Selling Sunset on Netflix this August, and make sure to binge watch seasons 1 and 2. All right, let's move on to our celeb clapback of the week. So Teresa Giudice paid tribute to her estranged husband, Joe, with a sweet Instagram post of him and his 4 daughters on Father's Day, saying, "Happy Father's Day, Joe. The girls miss you today and every day." While the troll commented saying, "Failed father, 2 of the 4 will end up on the pole, no doubt." Well, Joe responded, I know, right? Crazy. Joe responded saying, "Please remove yourself off Teresa's page. Although pole dancing is a respectful job, my girls have chosen different career paths. Mama Teresa Giudice got it under control. We going 4 for 4, success on point."
That is like a major clapback. Like, good for him.
I know. He managed to keep keep it respectful for people that are pole dancing, and said that his girls are going to be a success. So all around, great job, Joe.
Exactly. And kudos to Teresa for wishing him a happy Father's Day too, because they are so far away, you know, and I'm sure they haven't seen their dad in a long time, especially with the borders closed. So that was really nice that she sent him a
It really was. And, you know, they have been doing the best they can. Like you said, he's in Italy, she's in New Jersey. I mean, talk about really tough co-parenting situations. I mean, and he was in jail for 4 years before that. So it's been a really hard time for this family, and for them to kind of be out on the other side, you know, kind of good for them. It's been tough. It's been a really a roller coaster ride for them.
For sure. Okay,
so let's close out our show today. We are bringing you some of our personal favorite mom beauty products. So I'll kick things off. So this is Tarte Shape Tape Glow On.
Ooh, I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. So it's relatively new, but it's like a highlighter concealer. So it's really like super lightweight. You just put a little bit under your eye. And I usually put it on before I put on my concealer because, you know, bags are super heavy right now, but it gives you like this extra glow. It's really nice.
Oh, I have to try that.
It actually comes with like a little brush at the end, so you can kind of just dab it in. It's fabulous.
Love.
Yes. And okay, so my other one, so I use this a lot when I was pregnant. It's Bella B Glowing. I can't really say it, but it's like a skin lightening cream, because you know sometimes when you're pregnant you get some dark spots on your face, and you know your skin kind of changes color a little bit. Well, this prevents some fading and discoloration. So I really enjoyed this. As you can see, like the bottle is almost empty, so I used it a lot.
I have this similar situation with mine. My bottle's like completely like cracked and like, you know, kind of, you can't see it, but can you see this? It is Summer Fridays. Ooh. And this is a mask. I actually like this one the best.
Okay.
It has like a rose scent to it too. It smells so good, but you see immediate results.
Oh, wow.
So you put this on, make sure you wash your face. You can actually put it on a dry face also, but it leaves your skin glowing and you can feel like the oils still on your skin. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. I'm going to check that out.
Summer Fridays, and you know, it is summer. So celebrate the Summer Friday. And then also I'm a big fan of Dr. Barbara Strum, and this is her Glow Drops.
Okay.
And these are great. You just put a little on your cheek and like rub it in, and it gives that like shine to it. I use it probably like right after my blush, like right over here. But this is also perfect for like sort of covering the dark circles as well. But I'm totally getting your Tarte under eye. It sounds amazing.
Yes, this is the color. It's in the color Dream, and it really is. It's a dream. It's fantastic. I also use it because I use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer over that. It works wonders, because you don't want to see these bags without the concealer on.
Oh my God, I know. I'm the same. My daughter today was so funny. She had 2 spoons she said she put in the freezer, and she had them under her eyes, and she's like, Mom, this is how you cover dark circles under your eyes. And I was like, where did you learn that from? She's like, I saw it on YouTube. And I'm like, I've never heard that. She's like, yeah, you should try it. I'm like, thanks.
Thanks. Well, we should bring her on for the next beauty segment.
Yeah. Exactly.
Definitely. Well, Brianne, thank you so much. It's always so great talking all things moms with you.
Thank you, Christina. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Thank you. You too. And make sure everybody check back every Thursday at 3 p.m. for moms like us, and continue to comment and continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.